One never to fall in love again. You are listening at FameTV.info. Love. Love is such a foolish thing, she swore she would never fall in love again. Because she had lost all of her hopes about love and she refused to believe that a woman like her deserved to be loved. Lu Cini waited for her turn at the ticketing booth with her luggage by her side and broken-hearted. They were supposed to spend their long holiday on a cruise ship. Perhaps it was fate that brought her here. If she wasn't so naive, she wouldn't be hurt like this. Did she do something bad in her previous life that she had to suffer now? 7 years were wasted. For Christ's sake. She wasted 7 years with him just to find out he was a cheating bastard that slept around behind her back. How did he manage to fool her for so long? She had no idea. Why didn't she see the signs earlier? Because she was blind and naive. They didn't have enough time for each other because she thought they were busy with their respective jobs. They had stopped having dinners together because he said he didn't have time. He was always coming home late because of overtime, and girl, how wrong was she for believing his lies? And oh, he didn't have a time for her because he was busy with her. He was busy taking her to dinners while she spent the night alone. And he even came home late because he was having sex with her. Oh God, how foolish could she be? Lu Cini felt like crying and dying at the same time. They had known each other since childhood and he cheated on her with her best friend whom she treated like a sister. How could the two of them betray her trust? Meng Jiao was the one who pushed her to date Gong Yijuan. She felt like she was slapped hard on her face. Her boyfriend for 7 years was sleeping with her best friend. She specifically asked for a day off to surprise her boyfriend before they go on their 1-week vacation, but she didn't expect that she would be the one who would be the one getting surprised when she came home. The moment she stepped into their shared apartment, she stopped on her tracks, hearing a woman's voice screaming her boyfriend's name. Curious and afraid of what she had walked onto, she silently walked upstairs and turned the knob of their bedroom door only to find out her boyfriend and her best friend tangled in a dance as old as time itself. Their scream of pleasure turned into horror when the two saw her standing in the doorway. To save herself from further pain and trauma, Lu Cini slammed the door and ran downstairs, taking her prepared suitcase, ran outside their apartment and hailed a cab. She could hear them shouting for her to stop and listen, but why would she bother to do that? To hear more lies? Not gonna happen. She had seen enough and there's no need to talk about it. There was no other explanation for the scenario. She walked on. She wasn't blind and surely not hallucinating when she saw Gong Yijuan screwing her best friend on their own bed last night. Almost 10 hours since she left her place and she couldn't forgive herself for being stupid. Mississippi. It's your turn now. The woman behind her pulled her out from her thoughts. Lu Cini nodded her thanks and went to the ticketing booth. I would like to refund this ticket. Is it all right? I accidentally bought 2 tickets. She asked the teller. After Lu Cini refunded the ticket that was supposed to be for her retarded ex-boyfriend, she made her way onto the ship and to her cabin. While unpacking her luggage, her phone buzzed again. She gave it a quick look before turning it off and throwing it back in her suitcase. Gong Yijuan was calling her again for the nth time. She pondered if she should answer it to hear his explanation. But god damn it. That scene was already embedded deep in her brain. She would have a hard time believing his lies again. I'll never fall in love again. I swear, Lu Cini promised to herself. She could never bear to get her heart broken again. The tears she tried to hold back for the past hours broke through as she let her body fall on the bed. She lay there and sobbed quietly at her stupidity. It seemed fate wasn't on her side and her life wouldn't get better. An orphan since 8 years old and passed by different relatives, she hadn't known what was love ever since her parents died. She had no doubt that after this trip, she would be homeless and jobless. Gong Yijuan owned the apartment they were sharing while her ex-best friend Meng Jiao was her superior at her workplace. How the hell would she start her new life without them? Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.